Thank you for joining the collective. For this class, we will be using a looped rubber band. I'm using a medium resistance. Let's get started. You're going to place the band on above the knees. Pull it all the way up and around. And then you're going to lay onto your backs. So take yourself down to your backs. Arms are going to be long by your sides. I want you to have a nice long spine. So go ahead and adjust yourself so your spine is laid down onto the mat in its longest neutral position. From here, you're going to bring your legs to tabletop. I want you to try to shift it so your knees are right over the hips. If this is too much for the core, knees shift in closer towards the body. The more we press them out, the more core work it becomes. I want you to keep your heels connected and come into your Pilates V, which is heels together, toes apart. On your exhale, you're going to open the knees, keeping the heels together. Inhale, close the knees. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. As you use that exhale, I want you to feel your core contract. Core is pulling in. Knees are pressing against the band. And then slowly resisting the return. So if you let it, the band will just close your knees really quickly. I want you to resist the close. Press to open, resist the close. On your next one, hold the knees wide. You're going to lower the heels towards the ground, lift them back up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Now as we lower the legs, I want you to keep the work in the core. If you lower the legs too far, you'll notice your low back is going to lift away from the mat and our core loses its engagement. So you only want to lower your heels as low as your core allows. Keep the work in the core. So knees are pressing against the band. You're lowering and lifting. Staying within your body's range of motion. Last set. Good job. Set your feet to the floor. I want you to lift your hips, stretch out those hip flexors for a second, and we're going to put the two together. So when you're ready, back is flat on the floor, legs come to tabletop. Find your Pilates V, which is heels together, toes apart. You're going to open the knees, lower the heels, lift the heels, close the knees. Open, lower, lift, close. Open, lower, lift, close. Just like that. Keep going. Work within your body's range of motion. Remember, the closer the knees are to the body, the less core work it becomes. If this is too much for you, you also have the option to set your feet on the floor here in your Pilates V. And you're going to open and close. Open and close. So this is also an option here, or keep going with that big combination. Open, lower, lift, close. Finding what works best for you. Last set. Nice job. Again, set those feet to the floor. Lift the hips, get a nice stretch right here. Good job. Now you're going to flip onto your side. We're coming to our side lying position. I want your forearm to come to the ground. If you have an exercise ball, one of the small balls, the bender balls that we use, you can place it underneath those side ribs to help support the spine. So your spine is nice and long. We don't want to sink down into the mat, into our shoulders. We want to have a nice, tall, lifted position here. We're going to work in the same motion, heels together. You're going to lift the top knee, keeping the heels connected. Slowly lower. Lift and lower. Good. Remember, strong obliques on the bottom here. You're pressing away from the floor. You're resisting, pressing up against the band, and then slowly resisting it down. You're not letting that band take over. You are bossing the band around. Good. Lift, resist to lower. 3, 2. On your next one, hold the knee up. Tiny little pulses. Lift, lift, lift. So we're stabilizing through the core, trying to not have our body rock here, and our knee is pulsing against the band. Lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the leg that just did all the lifting. For me, it was my right leg, so remember what leg did all the lifting. You're gonna come on to your hands and knees now. Same leg that did all the work is gonna continue to do the work. Now, when we're in this position, sometimes these rubber bands roll up as your leg is extended back. I'll try to do it. Sometimes it'll roll up on you. So what I do, a trick I do, is I take the band and I'm gonna place it under my opposite knee. So my knee is gonna hold the band there so I can lift and lower my back leg without that band slipping off. If your band stays, that's great, but if you notice it's slipping, you just kind of lock it underneath your knee of the bottom leg. Here we go. We're gonna lift and lower. So we're trying to maintain a long neutral spine here. Tailbone is not over tucked. Low back is not overarched. From the top of your head to the bottom of your tailbone is one long line. You're squeezing the glute muscle to lift the leg. Lift, lift. I want you pulling the core in, using that exhale. On your next one, hold the leg up. Little pulses, we lift, lift, lift. Good, try to stabilize that body. Squeeze the glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. We're gonna take it out to the side, pull it back. Out to the side, pull it back. So here we really have to stabilize the core so our body's not rocking. I want you to try to lift your heel a little bit higher. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Adjust your band if needed, and we're gonna come laying on the other side. All right, so we're taking it down to the other forearm now, lifting those side obliques away from the ground. Heels stay connected. Lift the top leg and lower. Press and resist. Good. Thinking about that nice long spine, getting out of our bottom shoulder here, lifting those obliques. Keeping a connection between the heels. Good. If this feels too easy for you, you can add or switch out your bands to do a higher resistance of a band. You can do more repetitions. Lots of options to make it challenging. On your next one, I want you to hold your leg up. We're going for those pulses. So the knee pulses up, up, lift, lift. Again, we're trying to stabilize the body. We don't want to be rocking throughout the body. We just want that glute doing the lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. The leg that was just doing the work is going to continue to do the work. You're going to come down to the floor here. Nice long spine. Pull the core in. Lift and lower. So really mind-muscle connection. Focus on squeezing that glute to get the lift. Make sure that your head is lifted up. So you're nice and long from the top of your head to your tailbone. Squeeze glute. Use that hamstring to help. Hips are stabilized. We're trying not to rock throughout the hips or throughout the body. 3 more. And then hold it up for little pulses. Lift. Good. Tiny little pulses. Think up an inch, down an inch. If you feel it dumping into your low back, you need to adjust so you're working in neutral spine. So press those palms, pull the core in, hold it here. We take it out to the side, pull it back. Out, in, out, in. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. We're going to finish on our backs. Adjust the band if needed. Take it all the way down to your backs. Knees are going to be bent, feet on the floor. I want you to try to open your feet as wide as your hips, maybe even a little wider, so you have maximum tension on that band. You're going to drive through your heels, lift the hips, hold it, slowly lower back down. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, slowly lower, just like that. So our glute bridges here, you're driving through your heels. You're maintaining a long spine, protecting the low back by creating extra space there, by tucking your tailbone under, reaching your tailbone away from you. On your next one, I want you to hold it up. You're going to transfer the weight to your toes. So lift those heels nice and high. Heels are lifted. And then you're going to pulse the band out with the right leg only. So right leg pulses out, out. Left leg is trying to stabilize. If this is too much to be on your toes, drop your left heel down. Hold it here. Reset yourself. Left leg only, pulse out, out. Right side is stabilizing. Left leg is pulsing out, out. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Now both knees pulse out, out. Pressing against that band. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels. Slowly round your back down to the mat. Pull your knees into your chest. Rock it side to side. All right, we're going into single leg glute bridges. You always have the option to keep both feet down if you want. So I'm going to have you start with both feet down and then add on if you wish. So you're going to press back up into that glute bridge. Nice, stable foundation. If you want, you're going to bring that left leg to tabletop. You're going to tap the booty down, lift it back up, down and up. 6 more. Good. Last 3, you can always set your foot down if needed. Last one. Hold it up. Little pulses up, up, up. 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Set your foot to the ground. Roll down. Good. Shake it out for a second. On to the other side. Remember, you can keep both feet down as well. Press up into that glute bridge. Other side. So now for me, my right leg comes to tabletop. Lower down. Lift it up. Down and up. Good. Drive through your heel that's on the ground. Lift and lower. 3 more. On your last one, hold it up. We pulse it up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down. Roll it down. Nice job. We're going to even it out. One more set with both feet on the floor. You're going to lift and then only lower your booty halfway down. Squeeze the glutes halfway down. Lift, lower, lift, halfway, all the way up, halfway down. Last 6. Squeeze those glutes. On your last one, hold it up. We have 10 little pulses up, up. 4, 3, 2, hold, round your spine down, pull those knees into your chest, rock it all the way up. Thank you for joining the collective. Repeat this series 3 to 4 more times in a row, or however many you would like, and I will see you next time.